Picture this scene. Karen is standing in front of a door about to walk into what she thinks is an innocent business meeting, a planning meeting for a new project, but that's not what Karen's about to walk into. On the other side of the door isn't a project team, but everybody that works in Karen's department. You see, Karen is the director of a marketing department for a successful company. And while Karen has had some success in her career, Karen is about to walk into a room where the entire team has been gathered to let her know they don't like the direction or believe in the direction that she's leading her team, and they believe they need a new direction. Karen has an out-and-out mutiny on her hands. Now, the ownership of the company is left with no option at that point but to let Karen go. She's lost the belief of her team. Karen made 3 fundamental mistakes that led to that result. Now, the good news is Karen learned what those 3 mistakes were. She's rectified those challenges in her leadership style, and Karen is back on track for a successful career. It's really awesome to see someone turn a corner like that, but you and I can learn from the 3 mistakes that she made so that we don't ever have to face a moment like that and create greater and greater results in our own leadership. You see, recently I shared the 5 common leadership styles. Now, Karen was using one of those leadership styles. It's called the Autocratic or the Authoritarian leadership style. It also at times is called command and control. And you have at some point in your life experienced this leadership style. One of the ways that you can know is if you ever heard this phrase, probably when you were a kid is when you heard it. Because I told you so. Have you ever heard that? Because I said so. If you ever experienced that, then you've experienced authoritarian leadership. Now, there are appropriate moments for authoritarian leadership. One of them is anytime that we're in a position where we're facing imminent danger. If there's imminent danger involved, authoritarian leadership can be highly important and helpful. Also, anytime that we have a situation where we are in an urgent deadline, oftentimes if things are urgent, authoritarian leadership can be helpful. One of the other benefits of authoritarian leadership is authoritarian leaders often will give very clear outcomes and expectations, and they'll tell us how they want us to get done whatever it is and when they want us to complete it by. And at times that provides a level of clarity. Those are all benefits to the authoritarian leadership style, but there are some negatives to the authoritarian leadership style and some mistakes that can be made. The first of which for Karen was this was the only way that she was leading. She was leading solely as an authoritarian leader. While there might be moments that it's valuable, in the modern leadership world, we need to use far more of our skill sets than authoritarian leadership encompasses. The second mistake, so being only an authoritarian leader is a mistake, and that's a mistake that Karen made. The second mistake that Karen made that authoritarian leaders do is you remove yourself from the team when it comes to the decision-making process. She was making decisions for the team unilaterally without getting feedback from her team. She wasn't engaging her team, communicating with her team, and making sure that the decisions were decisions that they felt they owned. Incorporating the team is super important. This one idea actually is where participatory leadership or democratic or delegative leadership, these particular styles tend to be stronger in incorporating the team's buy-in. Karen didn't have her team's buy-in. So let me ask you, if you work with a team, how bought in is your team? Karen had lost her team. And the third mistake that Karen made as an authoritative or a command and control leader is she cut her team off from the creative process. Whenever there was a solution needed, Karen would work on coming up with the solution and then just give them the solution. So the team didn't feel that they had the creative ability to overcome whatever challenges they were facing. In the end, the challenge with just being an authoritarian or a command and control or autocratic leader is that that leadership style, the evidence of it can come across as being bossy, controlling, or dictatorial. And so that's the way Karen's team saw her. It actually can wind up creating a hostile environment. It can pit followers against leaders and create a confrontational environment in any organization. And the evidence of that was the meeting that Karen walked into. So the good news is Karen got some training. Karen got some coaching. Karen got some help so that she could add the other leadership styles and the strengths and round out her leadership. So she didn't just lead from an authoritarian position, and what a difference it has made. Karen's career is back on track and she's happy. So for you and I, let's watch out for moments where we might be inappropriately using the authoritarian leadership style so that we don't come across as bossy or dictatorial or controlling, because that's not what transformational leadership's all about. So I hope this serves you. If it does, please click like, give me a comment below. Tell me a story where you were facing an authoritarian leader and what you did to transform your own results. If you're new to the channel, let me just say welcome. I'm glad you're here. This is Monday Morning Mindset, where transformational leaders talk about a tool, a strategy, a concept that can help us become better leaders. Until next time, remember, think bravely and act boldly. Take care.